રીતે બની?
I started my first job at the age of 19, actually. So around 1990 or at the age of around 20, I started my first job from Pune. Right. So back in, if I remember, 2014, just started without a reason, to be honest. The reason was that I have a entrepreneur blood in my body. What we thought that okay, let's build something innovative which can bring experience through to life. We always believe that possible is an attitude. So in Green Apex, if we talk about it, so green is always talk about like green prosperity, right? When you see a dollar, you see a green color. When you talk like when you see a green field, you feel better. It's a prosperity thing. And Apex is the top of everyone.
Before Green Apex બની જવાની વાત કરીએ તો are you from Ahmedabad or are you relocated to Ahmedabad?
Almost I would say since 150 years my family has been there around Ahmedabad. Pakko Ahmedabadi, Pakko Gujarati, first of all. 21 when post-COVID era where this particular buzzword have been reduced, even Meta have been struggled in a way in a market capitalization. We also thought that we had end of life. We throw that product in a trash.
So vision of 2030. હેલો એવરીવન, વેલકમ અગેન ટુ ચાય ટાઈમ વિથ ManthanBaba. આજે આપણે મળીશું ગ્રીન એપેક્સ ટીમને, એમની પ્રોડક્ટ વિશે અને ગ્રીન એપેક્સની જર્ની વિશે જાણીશું. વેલકમ નિલય, વેલકમ કુશ. સો નિલય, તમારા બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ વિશે જણાવશો અને ગ્રીન એપેક્સ કેવી રીતે બની એની કંઈ ઇન્સાઇટ આપશો?
So first of all, Manthan bhai, thank you for addressing us into this particular initiative. Talking about myself first, like I'm in background within technology since my engineering. In 2014, I thought of starting this Green Apex as an software company. Before that, almost 5 years I was into this industry, and I see a lot of problem, or rather the gaps into the industry, and I just thought of that I would have some initiative or have some visions to cater that. With that vision, we started in 2014, name called Green Apex. Again, there is a bit of story around like how the Green Apex have been formed, and a lot of people is asking me that why Green and Apex, like why two words and all. So I was having a concept that I wanted to have two words into my company rather than one, and this every two meaning have a different purpose. So green is always talk about like green prosperity, right? When you see a dollar, you see a green color. When you talk like when you see a green field, you feel better. It's a prosperity thing. And Apex is the top of everyone. So these two words have a different meaning, but combining together becomes a great journey. That's what we always cherish for. And since then, in the last 10 years, we spending in a Green Apex, and we are talking about company, what we do and all. We are into the IT consultation firm. We focus on web and mobile application development, and we cater the customers across the world.
So before Green Apex બન્યું પહેલાની વાત કરીએ તો are you from Ahmedabad or are you relocated to Ahmedabad?
No, I am from Ahmedabad. In fact, my entire family hierarchy belongs to Ahmedabad only. Almost I would say since 150 years my family has been there around Ahmedabad. So my dad in fact got born in Ahmedabad. So I'm Pakko Ahmedabadi, Pakko Gujarati, first of all. So before that, but in my engineering itself, I was not a studious. I'm not I was not a proper, I would say bookish kid, right? I started my first job at the age of 19, actually. So around 1990 or at the age of around 20, I started my first job from Pune. I went to Pune, I joined a company called as in Secure View. There I almost spent 4 years around that. I went there because of an exposure. Because at that time, if I remember back in 2010 around, the IT ecosystem, the way Ahmedabad was known for IT, there are hardly few companies or well-known companies been there in Ahmedabad, and I got a better exposure, to explore the better ecosystem at that time, right? Now today, standing in 2024, my perception got changed for Ahmedabad or for Gujarat IT ecosystem. But by that time, I went to Pune for 4 years. I came back with the vision, only reason of starting my own company. At that time, Green Apex or this name, nothing was there around. Back in 2013 and rather 14 around, I came back and then I started this company.
That's great. So તમારો રોલ શું હતો ગ્રીન એપેક્સમાં સ્ટાર્ટિંગમાં, પછી કુશ એઝ અ ટ્રેની જોઈન થયા અને then he became કંપનીના મતલબ ડિરેક્ટર.
Right. So I think Kush have joined in 2018, 17 you have joined. Okay. So that's also a very interesting story, how Kush have joined, how, we evolved and all. But like talking about myself first, I believe I played every single role in my own company. So when I started the company, no doubt I started the company, but the first person that my company hired is me, and I joined as a junior developer, right? So starting from that journey, and every occasion, every situation, I keep upgrading myself. But I could say I played a role of a developer, I played a role of an HR, I played a role of, in fact, every possible role which even I can't say on a camera, but I did it in my own company. And that's the beauty of a journey, that we are a bootstrap. Mindset is a bootstrap, but after 10 years it has got evolved, like how the company can grow. Initially, frankly, like when the purpose of starting a company is to feel an entrepreneurship, right? But again, the intent was to do something by our own without a clarity, right? So back in, if I remember, 2014, just started without a reasons, to be honest. The reason was that I have entrepreneur blood in my body, right? My father belongs to a better entrepreneur journey in his own entire life. So I started with that, guts, rather, I would say. But more and more people joined into the organization. The clarity start coming, or it evolved actually. So I don't say Green Apex is fascinated with lot of resources or lot of things around, but we have a bootstrap mindset. People join and that becomes our asset, right? So with that same understanding, lot of people have joined. Like Kush is maybe one who reached to that particular destination, but lot of people have joined. We believe in that open culture and discussion. Like we go on a floor, we go and that, and from that we get the need of a people, need of an industry, need of a market, how we want it to evolve. Talking about Kush, he joined in 2017 as trainee, right? Slowly, gradually, he step up into the positions. He step up by taking more and more responsibility. And we as Green Apex always believe that there is a two word called as a description of a work and a designation of a work, right? So there are people who take more description of a work without knowing what designation they belongs to, and he's one of the one who always refer to that particular description of his own work around it. And I'm happy about him that he joined Mind of Leadership at this point. And yeah, that's all about him.
That's great. So કુશ, તમારા બહુ બધા વખાણ સાંભળી લીધા. હવે ખાલી મને તમારી જર્ની કહેશો કે તમે શું કર્યું, તમે એન્જિનિયરિંગ કર્યું કે શું કર્યું, ગ્રીન એપેક્સ જોઈન કર્યું ત્યારે શું વિચારો હતા?
Like मैं 2017 में मैं engineering pass out करूँ. Then after first company joined as a trainee, and this is a journey start with a developer. Okay, I am a mobile developer at that time. So first 4 to 5 years I working as a developer, coding and all the things. Then after we start the one product like Xpro. Then we planning to move operations parts that, and we start the operation into the Xpro and Green Apex, both the thing, and become my journey start as a operations parts. So I majorly planning the developers, like how to work with teamwork, with different type of project, finance, legalities, પ્રોજેક્ટ કઈ રીતે કામ કરવું, કઈ ના કરવું, કઈ રીતે વર્કઆઉટ કરવું, અને હવે ધીમે ધીમે અમે નિલેશનની અંડરમાં ગ્રો થયો અને એ રીતે અમને અત્યારે હેલ્પ કરી રહ્યો છું.
તો જેટલી મારી ઇન્ફોર્મેશન છે એટલે અત્યારે તમે ગ્રીન એપેક્સમાં ઓપરેશન હેન્ડલ કરો છો.
યસ.
ઓકે, સો તમને કયા કયા ચેલેન્જીસ ફેસ થાય છે? રિસોર્સ અલાઇનમેન્ટના કેવા કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ ફેસ થાય છે?
રિસોર્સ રિગાર્ડિંગ હું વાત કરીશ તો ડેફિનેટલી પ્રોબ્લેમ્સ તો રહેવાના. કે એક તો લાઈક આફ્ટર 2023 જે બૂમિંગ આઈટીનું ડાઉન થયું છે એના પછી બેન્ચને કઈ રીતે યુટિલાઇઝ કર્યું ડિફરન્ટ પાર્ટ્સમાં, ડિફરન્ટ એરિયાઝમાં, અને પ્રોડક્ટમાં એનું યુટિલાઇઝેશન કેવી રીતના કરવું, શું કરવું. સો ઓલ ધ થિંગ્સ એક ચેલેન્જિંગ હતી જે અમે 23 to 24ની વચ્ચે બહુ બધું લર્ન કર્યું છે, ચેલેન્જિંગ પાસ તો કરી છે, અને અત્યારે વી CTL.
So just to add what is saying, um, obviously there are challenges as part of overall market company, or rather I would say life challenge for everyone. We always believe that possible is an attitude. Within Green Apex, if we talked about, it's not lot of, I see lot of company which keep changing their that tagline statement. This is the one statement which we have since 2017, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, right.
Because we just thought of that, early journey of Green Apex in couple of years. We observed that everything is possible, but at the right time, with the right people, with the right resources, right? So, around that, so like answer to a question about the challenges on a operation. I do operations since 2022. I never been into the part of a business, sales, marketing activity. Since 22, I never been involved. So, the challenges which we faced in the resource management, resource planning, the solution which we found out that how we can able to utilize that, right? With some situation that if we have a theory like if every individual are just productive by 80%, okay, month on month, quarter on quarter, company will grow 100% quarter on quarter. So that's a simple statement. We evolved in such a way that we wanted to achieve that. Setting that target and what challenges are coming on day-to-day operation. He's the best person, or he's we could say firefighter, right? So anything goes wrong, he should be the one person who's culturally connected with each and everyone. He knows each and everyone, like where are the pain point or possible pain point of anyone coming tomorrow is being one step ahead of time, and that's a part of a betterment which I always recognize Kush around that.
સો મેં લાઈક તમે લોકો અજાઇલ મેથોડોલોજી યુઝ કરો છો, જે મને મારું નોલેજ છે ગ્રીન એપેક્સ માટે, તો એ કેવી રીતે એડવાન્ટેજ આપે છે તમને?
પ્લાનિંગ કરવામાં ઇઝી રહે છે. રિસોર્સ પ્લાનિંગથી લઈને પ્રોજેક્ટની સક્સેસ, એના માટે અજાઇલ મેથોડોલોજી અમારા માટે એક વન સ્ટેપ સોલ્યુશન છે, જે અમારી કંપનીને કઈ રીતે રિસોર્સ પ્લાનિંગ કરીને કઈ રીતે પ્રોજેક્ટને સ્ટાર્ટ કરીને એનું એન્ડ તકની મુવમેન્ટ જર્ની અમે એની અંદર ડ્રો કરીને અમે વસ્તુને કેટર કરીએ છીએ. ઇટ ઇઝ અ બેસ્ટ મેથડ ટુ સક્સેસ ટુ પ્રોજેક્ટ, સક્સેસ ફોર ક્લાયન્ટ.
સરસ સરસ. સો કોઈ રિસર્ચ ઇનિશિયેટિવ તમે ગ્રીન એપેક્સમાં લીધું હોય જેના વિશે તમે ઇન્ફોર્મેશન આપવા માંગો છો?
So, just in general, like initially in the introduction, you mentioned about Xpro AI. That could be one of an initiative. We'll definitely talk more on that particular perspective. But the initiatives is what, like when you see a challenge or maybe an opportunity, you convert that into your your statement that okay, I wanted to achieve this. One of the biggest gap we found out in the industry is the consultation. Right, a lot of people talk about technology, a lot of people talk about domain, a lot of people talk about industry, right? But people are not talking about the their approach towards those particular industrial problem, right? Which is a gap of a consultation. So we always, as in Green Apex, if I talk, we always focus on a consultation first approach. We always be a friend with anyone. It can be client, can be employee, can be our competitors. We would like to be, instead of making a competition with someone, we always believe in giving the compliments to each other, right? So with that way, consultation is the baseline of it. Initiative, if I talk, with the same mindset of being into the consultation, we recently started a separate initiative called as the UX space. That's a pure consulting company only for design, evaluation. In Green Apex, somewhere we believed, and talking about agile as well, we have our own crafted method of agile. It's on the what bookish agile people do follow. And again, agile according to me doesn't have definition. If it solve your problem with your own intent, it's called agile, right? So agile is everywhere, even in a resource planning, even in your performance review, like month on month, quarter on quarter. It's ultimately nothing but a cycle. With the same collective experience along Green Apex, we have started this particular brand of UX Space in 2023, which is solving a niche problem of a design evaluation, design consultation, right? Which can have a use cases for different industry or rather experiential growth on that particular industrial use cases. So that's something which we called as a recent initiative along with an Xpro.
That's good. That's great. So, what are the key industries which you are focusing, and what kind of parameters you set for your customer satisfaction?
I think there are two questions. I mean, industry and the satisfaction, but it is related in such a way that I'll start with the second first. Okay, so satisfaction comes with a better consultation. Like every customers are different, their problems are different, and their intent of being satisfied are different. Right? So some people get satisfied if you finish up the scope, but some customers are not satisfied if you are not treating them well. So it's a mixture of everything in a one bundle. So talking on industry, yeah, we have a better experience in the past. And again, as I said, Greenapex is someone who evolved the company. It's not being privileged since day one. So every quarter, rather half year, rather a year, we learn something out of that. Industry which we are experts into, it's always about our past learning, and we keep learning. And like industry will get extension of a Greenapex as a different verticals out of that. One of an industry where we are having a lot of confidence is travel and hospitality. Okay, so under which we delivered a lot of solutions to our global leaders, or I would say Fortune 500 companies as well. We have delivered success to them. Healthcare is something which we are being into. We are into the few of government official or government bodies under which we are helping a healthcare initiatives to make them a digital transformation for them. Other than those two, like we have our own booking engine built with the pure core technology around that. So anything, it's not an industry I would say, but it is a problem of anyone who needs booking. It can be train booking, can be hotel booking, can be venue booking, or can be event booking, which is where the vertical of Xpro have been evolved. So we have that kind of a niche mindset to go into those industry, understanding the problem and having a solution which is easy to implement. We don't believe in complexity a lot, and that's where our offerings are pretty niche. That we are only can able to achieve this, and even just adding to your point, we are limited with the technology. We don't do everything, right? So if says you can do this, no. We do this. This is something where we can able to give you the best example or best response out of those. That's Greenapex.
That's a great insight. So Kush, operational strategy માં તમે જે ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરી મતલબ કે ઓપરેશનલ તો કઈ ઓપરેશનલ સ્ટ્રેટેજી ઇમ્પેક્ટફુલ રહી તમારા માટે ફોર ગ્રીનએપેક્સ?
લાઈક હું પ્રોજેક્ટ્સની વાત કરું તો અજાઇલ અને કન્સલ્ટન્સ મેથડ એ અમારા માટે લાસ્ટ કપલ ઓફ ક્વાર્ટર્સની અંદર એનું અમને રિઝલ્ટ સારું મળી રહ્યું છે. લાઈક નિલયજીને વાત કરી કે યુએક્સપીક્સના કારણે લાઈક ક્લાયન્ટની જર્ની સ્ટાર્ટ જે ડિઝાઇનિંગ મોડ્યુલ્સથી અમે કરીએ છીએ અને જે અમારો પાર્ટ છે એનાથી એન્ડ જર્ની સુધીનો જે પાર્ટ છે લાઈક દેટ્સ અ ગ્રેટ એક અમારો એક ઇનિશિયેટિવ હતો જે અત્યારે લાઈક રનિંગ સક્સેસફુલી. સેકન્ડ થિંગ હું ટીમ્સ ને એમ્પ્લોઈઝની વાત કરું તો લાઈક એઝ અ સર્વિસ કંપની જજ પીપલ ઇટ્સ ટફ. તો એના માટે અમે લોકોએ લાઈક ક્વાર્ટરની રિવ્યુ મિટિંગ્સને પ્લાન્સ કરી રહ્યા છીએ. ધીરે ધીરે એનું આખું એન્વાયરમેન્ટ સેટઅપ કરી રહ્યા છીએ. સો ધીસ ઇઝ બેટર ફોર ધ એમ્પ્લોય સાઇડ કે એમ્પ્લોયને કઈ રીતે કઈ ટેકનોલોજીમાં યુટિલાઇઝ કરવા, પ્લસ એમ્પ્લોયને ગ્રો કરવા માટે અમે ઇન્ટરનલ ટીએનડી ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ બી રન કરી રહ્યા છીએ. સો ન્યૂ ટેકનોલોજી, ન્યૂ ચેલેન્જીસ એને અચીવ કરવા માટે એમ્પ્લોય કઈ રીતે આપણને હેલ્પફુલ કરી શકે, એમનો ગ્રો કઈ રીતે શકે. કંપનીના ગ્રોની સાથે એમ્પ્લોય ગ્રો ઇઝ ઓલ્સો ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. સો દેટ ઇનિશિયેટિવ ઓલ્સો વી કેન પ્લાન.
તમે કોઈ એઆઈ ટૂલ કે એવું કંઈ યુઝ કરો છો તમારી ટીમમાં?
ઇનિશિયલી અત્યારે બહુ ઓછા લેવલે થઈ રહ્યું છે, ડેવલપમેન્ટ લેવલે નહીં થઈ રહ્યું છે. બાકી લાઈક ટેકનોલોજીસને લાઈક ડેવલપમેન્ટ માટે અમે કોઈ ટૂલ્સને અત્યારે પ્લાન કર્યો છે, સ્ટાર્ટ નથી કર્યું.
થેન્ક યુ કુશ, તમે આવ્યા. ઓકે, હવે મારે સૌમિલને બોલાવવા પડશે એક્સપ્રો એઆઈ માટે.
શ્યોર, થેન્ક યુ.
now we are connecting with Saumil Patel. He is handling a product Xpro AI, so he's having a pattern knowledge about the Xpro AI. Welcome, Saumil. So, Saumil, can you tell me about yourself and your contribution towards Xpro AI?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having me on this show. Myself, Saumil Patel, and I'm a co-founder of Xpro AI. My roles involves majorly taking the tech-related strategic decisions and make sure our platform having the cutting-edge innovation to take care of the organizer, exhibitor, and attendee to give the better experience in the Xpro AI.
So, any of you, can you just explain me what exactly this Xpro AI is doing? Because I have listened this word and I have seen your system in Tech Expo, Gujarat, everywhere. Like more than like 7,000 users were using your app flawlessly.
Sure. So I think the concept. I mean, I would say Xpro has a third life right now. This is kind of a story which is I would definitely want for people to know that. In 2020, this particular product or idea came actually when it comes to the metaverse. Kind of an evolution was there. Everyone are doing that 2D exhibition, this and that. Click, and go, which is missing the experience for the people, right? What we thought that okay, let's build something innovative which can bring experience true to life. That's a tagline which we have. We thought a tagline first before a product actually. We wanted to bring experience using this particular platform. So since then we started working on the experiential part of Xpro, how visitor can able to get the maximum benefit, how the exhibitor can able to showcase their product, their offerings, their services in a right gesture, right? So we created that out. 21 when post-COVID era where this particular buzzword have been reduced, even Meta have been struggled in a way in a market capitalization. We also thought that we had end of life. We throw that product in a trash. Then again, certainly in 22 we thought of a pivot, and again this is an inception of our thought process that we do go on a floor, we do discuss with people what can be done, what cannot be done, and back and forth. 22 we got another life for Xpro and started pivoting into a broader extension other than metaverse, which is about a event management tool we started building into that. Then certainly we again throw it due to some reasons, financials, because it's again a bootstrap product, like it's been backed by the Green Apex, and post COVID, when it comes to struggle to the parent company or rather financial ones, it impacted the product first. We throw it again. Again, 6 months from now, or maybe 8 months from now, we got another opportunity before Tech Expo actually to introduce our product to them, right? So we introduced our product in a much more larger phrase on them, and by that time we were pretty sure that this is something a product we wanted to invest because we did enough market analysis right now. Then certainly we get exposure in a Tech Expo Gujarat, and where a intent of giving back to the community have been evolved. So since then, Xpro is since beginning in fact it's always focusing on experience back to the people. So as Saumil have explained, organizer, exhibitor, and visitors. The platform is end-to-end event management platform powered with few artificial intelligence, gamification on top of that. But focus is to build the right ROI, the return of investment around the event. Every event focused on business. It's an exchange of business between buyer and seller. So using the right technology, how that communication, how their experience of exchanging business, how it can be facilitated in right digital transformation way. We focus upon those kind of a mindset around the platform, and that's about the major intent of a product.
So, is it possible for you to give me more detail about the feature? Like, let's say I know there is because I have used this
The Tech Expo. Correct.
So I know there is exhibitor, there is. But can you just detail feature list? Like,
Sure.
let's say there is a social media also there. There is a ticketing system also.
Would you like to go or should I?
So I'd say that it is divided into the 3 phases and 3 kind of users. Let's say 3 phases are pre-event features, during event features, and post-event features. And the three category of users are like organizer, exhibitor, and attendee. So Xpro AI focus towards the feature. First of all, it's focused towards the ROI of the all three categories of user. As an organizer, what they are expecting from the Xpro AI. Let's say in the pre-event scenario, they are more majorly focusing on the ticket and registration part, right? Xpro AI offers the highly dynamic ticketing platform where they can customize the tickets into n number of configurations, and also it provides a marketing feature for an example. Let's say if they wanted to reach out to the audience, right? It's a pain point of the organizer when it comes to the pre-event, right? So marketing is one of the feature of Expert AI where we can easily target the audience, categorize the audience. Then moving further, during the events, there are a couple of features for the attendees where they can build the community using the social feed application. They can send a request to the user, make a personalized experience using the more and more application they use. They create the personalized experience. They do the matchmaking feature by connecting with the other attendees. Also, they have the information about the exhibitors. So let's say if I visiting any expo and if I looking for something like I'm looking for this kind of service, so the platform is providing the information about the exhibitors that these are the exhibitors are providing this kind of services. So it's kind of matchmaking between the attendees and the exhibitors. These are the during event feature. After the post event, exhibitors get the ROI in terms of lead generations, whatever they have collected during the event by connecting with the attendees. Organizers get the AI driven data where they can take the decision of the next event based on the footfall of the attendees, based on the experience of the exhibitors. So these are the overall life cycle of any exhibition, and we already focus on that life cycle to deliver the best feature around these three phases.
Okay. So is your software providing a badge printing and all that features?
Yes. So on the operation side, during the events, the main pain point of an organizer is like they don't want to make the queue or huge queue during the registration. So under the Expert AI, we have the module called the badge printing module where we print the badge within the 10 seconds. So every attendee just required to showcase the QR code, and badge printing will automatically identify the role of that user and automatically print that badge. So every 10 seconds, the attendee will bypass from the queue. So it makes the queue more clear in a faster manner, and this way we have that badge printing and registration module under the Expert AI.
So just to add the extension of your question, we as an Xpro believes in sustainability. We also believe what betterment we can do for environment. Any exhibition, if you look into, like okay, the badge printing, a lot of people have used the plastic material. A lot of people use a lot of paper being used under that as well. So obviously, as an exhibition, a lot of people needs a gamification, like it's a good lanyard with a badge, gamification like that. But still, a use case we have in a system that we believe a digitization can reduce that usage of paper and plastic. What does that mean? The integrity of our modules covered up in such a way that the seamless process for registration. Visitor comes into the website, do the quick registration, as Saumil have mentioned, a detailed level of gamification under the ticketing, right? Even one of a thing which we use in Tech Expo. Let's say the ticket price is X amount. Before 30 days, if you purchase, you will get few percentage of discount. Then automatically system will reduce the percentage of discount after some certain. So there are configuration like after the date, you can able to take a decision, or system can take decisions, or on the quantity as well. Once the booking registration is done, the visitor has been communicated that this is a digital badge and all. Now it's up to the organizer. We strongly insist that if you wanted to work for the sustainability of the world, don't go for badge printing. But instead of that, we believe during a live event, our approach is being a mobile first platform, right? So everyone will have that social application. We call it as a community application. Using that's a single QR as a feature, right? So every attendee who comes up, they just need to show the QR. We have an integration with our hardware devices under which the seamless check-in process or multi-level check-in process can be executed. Let's say there's in Tech Expo itself, we have a VIP zone where limited people being accessed to, right? System will take decision who can get access, who cannot get access based on that particular one. So batch printing, yes, can be done as Saumil mentioned, rightly 8 to 10 seconds we can able to bypass one person, depends on other operational activity. But with that integration and without even batch printing, our intent is using technology how better the event can be done, and that's our focus here.
So that is creating a question for me. Sorry if it's unclear to you.
Mhm.
So, are you just a software company or you are handling entire event?
Awesome. I love this question first of all, Manthan bhai. The reason, obviously, it's a journey, right? So we started with a software, but we don't want it to be a software company. We don't want it to be taking responsibility for tech, right? So internal, if I talk, he's the guy of a man of technology, right? He can able to bring down. Even I can able to talk about the future extension of our product as well. The way we are thinking the product to be there. But talking on, we are not just a software company. We also involve into the field operation. There are reasons into that, right? If you are talking about experience true to life, the real experience cannot be get sitting on your chair, cannot be get sitting on your cabin. You have to go on a field, understand the problem that the people are facing to, and based on that we evolve our feature module and those part. So currently Xpro is involved into the field operation, which is comes to the registration desk management, right? So again, it's not an event management company, right? But we can help a better consultation for event management company using tech. So like one of a feature we have, pre-event feature, we have a marketing feature, right? It's an integrated marketing feature. We have an integrated sales funneling one. So let's say any event happens. During a pre-event, what happens that you have a lot of tasks like associating with partners, sponsors. You need to go with the association to onboard them, right? Now let's say there are 10 people in an organizing committee. Everyone are assigned a separate task. That's a nightmare for managing those communication on a WhatsApp chat, right? Because you forget the thread, you can't able to manage it. Instead of that, using a system, you have your own CRM to manage your entire task for the organizers or the back office or back admin team, right? Including marketing, and they can able to track down everything down the line. So answer to that, we are not just an the software company who can provide a software and we are done with our responsibility. We wanted to go on our field. Definitely being operation, we have a challenges to be everywhere, anywhere across the pan India. So right now our focus area is at least Gujarat. We wanted to cater extension to the 3 states nearby. But eventually within a certain timelines, I can't define that timeline as of now. But our vision is to cater pan India, like everywhere, how we can able to make a better events, a better communication across that. Again, participating in this particular zone, like every event is a extension of a business that participate into the growth journey of India, right? So if the India wants to grow tomorrow, they needs to do more exchange of business. And the way of exchanging a business is exhibition, because in the exhibition, same-minded people, buyers, sellers, same-minded. Like if you go pharma exhibition, right? So people who are offering, people who are buying will meet there. If you talk about engineering exhibition, right? People coming with their product to showcase this and that. How beautifully they can able to show, how immensely they can able to present their product and all. We wanted to focus there. In the future, extension of more IoT device integrations and all, we are under the scope of. But again, it's a bit early to say.
So I think you have a large roadmap available to improve this.
Based on how much finance we left with.
So definitely you will get some finance. You have a great product.
Yeah.
So to be clarified again, so you are a software company, okay? Within the Gujarat, you are helping organizing the operations, okay? And if someone is already having an event management company, you give them a consultation or training. So exactly they can use your software to smoothline the entire operation of
Correct. So, especially the event management company, we call us in partners,
Okay.
right? Because it's like we learn from them how they handle the event over the ages and how better they can handle in future with the help of technology. So we call it as in partner ecosystem. So all the event management company, we can help them to get a better consultation how to use product, including a training as you mentioned, and the organizers. Again, it is interesting to understand for whom this product is. Starting from small event to the small conference, to the to the mid-size or large-size exhibition, to the global community events like a ZX, right? Now, initially, if we talk about 5 years back, ZX was a single edition. Now, ZX have spread out across the world, having a ZX South Africa, ZX Bahrain, ZX, Middle East, UK, Europe, everywhere they are just moving around. Now, that ZX itself is reaching to the level where they broadcast or they're expanded into the large global community. Now, we have an extension of this, like, let's say there is an event. Once event is finished, you are done. And usually in event industry, this is an attitude of people that once event is done, they close their doors. Next time, next event, we'll see you off. But what if in between? Exhibition is what? 2 days across a year. But what about other 363 days? If you talk about 365, they're having event of 2-3 days. What about the rest of the day? So community is something which deserves to get grown. Especially, I'm not against anyone, but especially in a LinkedIn, as per the statistics, like 90 to 93% people belongs to the service industry or rather IT industry. So the other community doesn't deserve a better space, or they don't have the individual personalized visibility out of this. So let's say there is a pharma exhibition or any other domain exhibition happening at a scale. We wanted to support that as a community. So we built a feature where the community can collab. Event becomes a reason for their engagement, but community should stay across the year, across the multiple versions out of that. So small event, when the event is a scope, you do have a seamless registration. Make sure you are managing your attendees right. When they are coming, you are addressing your check-ins and everything. You facilitate them in a nice communicated way. Done. But if you wanted to have larger vision to interact with your community, to engage with them, give them a value day on day, not just during 2-3 days. We are the one-stop solution for that.
To grow the community as well.
So,
exactly.
Saumil, can you just give me your experience with Tech Expo, because it was a great 8 months of experience where you scale your product. Okay.
Right.
So is it any problem you faced or anything you learned during the Tech Expo, particularly for your product?
So I'll divide into the 2 phases. One is in tech part, where I have contributed before the event to make sure that it would be up to the mark for the organizer. Let's say, if I talk about in a tech expo, there are 12 organizers, core committee, right? And each and everyone's expectation towards the product are different, right? To understand the requirement and deliver into the tech, not into the tech and giving into the system. It's quite difficult, right? As you are dealing with the 12 organizers. But somehow our product is created in such a way that it is a customizable product. So we delivered the feature as expected with the organizer team, and there was an amazing experience working with the 12 CEOs on the Tech Expo side. During the event, I also involve myself into the field operations, where I'll make sure that each and everything are as going on as planned, like batch printing, or I meet with the exhibitors, some of the exhibitors, to showcase them that they can able to generate the lead using our software, something like this. I meet with some of the delegate users. They are just came to connect with the other delegates. So I tell them that you can use this application. You can go and scan the QR code of the users, and they have the better information of that attendee. So you can able to connect with them. You can send the request to them, and you have their mobile numbers and the WhatsApp connection for their connections or for the chat. So it was a great experience in the Tech Expo, working with the core team of 12 organizers, and also being as a part of co-organizer.
I have an extension of this. Like Tech Expo was our 12th event on a platform. So since you may have a question that you have a product since 2020, and why just 11 events before this? Because I told you, right, throwback. We have that particular bumpy journey in Xpro as a product, because different reasons we had. But whatever we learned from the 11 events are hardly 5%. So rest of 95% things we learned from Tech Expo. So I believe highest gratitude for Tech Expo, because Saumil and me was part of the core mind of around this Tech Expo. Just taking an extra note that the way people have supported, to make our use cases better. That was a pressure situation under which we have to deliver something which is very important for our success, right? In 4 hours. we have to do that. There is no other options. Otherwise, the success of Tech Expo which we have today might fade, right? So we literally worked in that directions to support that out. But again, when you are in the journey of back and forth, obviously support on other side is also very important, right? So the way Tech Expo management, or rather the mastermind behind this entire one, the way they have supported, the way we responded back with the success towards this Gujarat IT ecosystem, we are grateful and we are obliged, as we get a best use case, and that's the reason, experience total life actually makes sense now because we were on field, we understand the problem, right? So like when we didn't started the registration, like initially there was like 50 people standing in front of us. Then 5 minutes down the line, there are 70, 80 people. And certainly in 20, 25 minutes, there are 500, 600 people standing in front of us and asking us to get a badge because they wanted to go and explore. And certainly in a chilly December, morning 8 o'clock, people have started addressing, they're excited to get inside it. So that's a backstory of, the exhibition, that they gets through into those because, we handle that intensity out of those people, and we are grateful that we did it with the tech. Even the manually it could have been done. You can go, you cannot go, you can. That can be done, but if you do it with the tech integrated towards the vision, it's something where we feel.
Just wanted to add, like in the rest of the event, we are just a tech partner, but in the Tech Expo, we are the tech partner as well as the organizer. So it gives the different kind of experience what the organizer think about the event. So it gives the more value for our product for a better future enhancement.
And pretty clear, like after Tech Expo's experience, we are so sure about what we wanted to achieve in a product, and a lot of credit goes to all those 11, 12, and rather extended team, the team of 24, 25 people. Everyone have just supported and indirectly participating in Xpro's success of future. So I'm really grateful to them.
So Nilay, this question is particularly for you. So you are handling services also, you are handling a product also. It's a quite difficult. It's like, let's say, riding on a 2 horses. So how exactly you are handling?
So see, one of the reasons why we throw product multiple times, because we are riding on 2 horses. I wanted to, imagine myself like an action hero sitting, the 2 horses are going and I'm standing on top of it, and certainly one horse just, went little offside, I fell down. So, right now, and why, the leadership has been evolved around Green Apex, this is the reason of it. We invest in people, we evolve together. It's a journey of, if I talk about Green Apex, or rather, the leader's DNA, right? We don't want to, sitting on the piles of success alone. That's what our belief is. We wanted to take people along with us. Saumil have been joined with the vision of handling. I would say, like, he never came in front of a door. He's always a back door, making sure that he's handling all the threads of, possible failures in his 2 hand. But when we, see his hand, it's like bleeding out of the blood. So that's the way we understood trusting people who can able to handle. So I would say I'm not now standing on 2 horses alone. There are 2 horses with 2-3 people sitting on them and making sure that they're having enough energy to run towards that particular success. And I would pretty sure at this time that this product will make a difference. We will make a difference. One of the things which I mentioned, subject to the finance left, but we'll figure it out somewhere, and they are pretty sure that we'll run this to parallelly in a success.
Sounds good. So we are ending this with this last question. What's your vision of 2030?
2030. Nice. I'm actually having vision of 27 rather than 30. So first, overall in the nutshell of Green Apex and Xpro, we need a better stability. Every time, and this is like a message to a lot of my fellow CEOs as well, that we as ambitions to go forward, then we get a roadblock or maybe a milestone, little hiccups into that. So we had experienced a bit of bumpiness in a couple of in the journey of 10 years. It's an experiential of being bumpy. I wanted to achieve the stability around this both the horses by 27 first, right? And moving towards 30, a dominancy towards a certainty, certain domain or certain, let's say Xpro. I would see ourselves to be dominating, or maybe a game changer into this event industry. So we want with our efforts in by 2030 that we would be at least recognized at the national level as a product is concerned, or at least into this event industry. Everyone should know. I have a theory: if 1% population knows us, we are successful. So that's the vision of 2030.
Thank you for a great insight, Nilay. Thank you, Saumil. And have a. I wish like in 2027 you achieve all your goals.
Sure.
So this was the Green Apex team, Nilay, Saumil, and Kush. Let's stay connected for the next episode. And meanwhile, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.